So this is my terms of movement test for my yoga teacher training with Ilana Kaivalya. Having a bit of technical difficulty, so I hope that this video quality is okay. I just want to show you, I did make just a list of all of the movements I'm supposed to show you. No notes on what they are or anything or how to do them. I just don't want to forget anything. So the first thing that we start with is, of course, the shoulder elevation. So that is bringing your shoulders up closer towards your ears. And then shoulder depression is bringing your shoulders down farther away from your ears. Shoulder abduction would be to move everything away from the body. And then shoulder adduction is, of course, moving things back towards the body. From there you have shoulder circumduction, which is moving everything on 2 or more planes of movement. So not only am I moving forward and back, but I'm also moving up and down when I go in a circle like this. So from here we have the external rotation of the shoulder, which is of course moving the face of the bones away from the body. So external rotation, and then internal rotation is moving towards the midline of the body. Shoulder flexion is, of course, raising your arm in order to flex your shoulder, and then shoulder extension, bringing it back here. From there, we have hip abduction, which is, of course, bringing it away from the body, and then hip adduction is bringing it back closer to the body. Then circumduction, much like going in a circle with your shoulders, you can do the same thing with your hips, so you're moving forward and back, as well as side to side for multiple planes of movement. The external rotation of the hip. Bruno, come here, buddy. Another video, or at least out of the way. The external rotation of the hip is, of course, rotating your hips out, kind of like a ballet dancer, and then internal rotation is rotating inwards, kind of like a duck foot, I guess. Then we have the flexion of the hip, which, of course, is to decrease the angle between the bones, and then the extension of the hip, which is to increase the angle between the bones. From there, we have scapular retraction, which is sliding the scapula together, the shoulder blades across your ribs, and then the protraction is to slide them farther apart across the ribs, like so. From there, you have forearm supination. So if your hands are down by your sides, then supination would be to rotate so that your palm is facing towards the front of your body or the anterior. Pronation is to rotate and turn your palm away from the front of your body towards the posterior. If you have your arm out like this, supination is up, pronation is down. From there, we have ankle dorsiflexion, which is, of course, bringing the top of the foot or the dorsal side of the foot up, so your toes towards your nose, and then plantar flexion is to actually bring your ankle to decrease the angle between your foot and then your ankle there, so plantar flexion. From there, we have spinal flexion, which is, of course, this movement here to flex the spine, and then the extension of the spine is what we do in back. From there, we have lateral spinal flexion, which is, of course, the flexion of the spine from side to side. So flexion on the right side, and then flexion on the left side. From there, we have spinal rotation. So, of course, we can't just be facing front the whole time. We have to be able to move and look from side to side and rotate like this in the spine. From there, we have anterior pelvic tilt, which is taking the top of the pelvis or the crest of the ilium and tilting it forward. So I believe Ilana called it a bit of a duck butt. And then you have the posterior pelvic tilt, which would be to take the crest of the ilium and tilt it towards the posterior of the body, which sort of tucks everything underneath. From there you have foot inversion, which is to point the soles of the feet together. And then you have foot eversion, which is, of course, to point them away from one another and creates a lot of awkward angles. And I find this is something I like to avoid. So thank you very much. Hopefully this video works out, and if it doesn't, just let me know and I'll send you another one. Thank you.